I'm here in Kibbutz Hanita, and I've walked around and wandered into the cemetery, and I found a joint grave here. Hey, Judith and Yoshka, and it just says one was a mother who fought and survived. Was a woman who worked hard, and another was someone who dreamed and made dreams come true. And on the joint, the tombstone, it says "Chayinu Chayim Eleim." We lived a full life. Look at this remembrance of someone's life, and I think, what are we doing? As a species, as the human predicament. I look back at cavemen and tribal existence and pre-industrial society, and I think we worked so hard for our survival. And how have we evolved as a people if the majority of our energy still goes to survival? It might not be the same survival as some of the other generations. It might not be the same survival as eons ago, that they were, dying of an infection, and they were, fighting and keep shelter and keep the lions out. But our survival, if it's a plow, or if it's a laptop, or if it's, some other 9-to-5 job that we hate, we're giving most of our life energy to surviving, to making enough money so that I can get by. And again, things are swirling and swooshing and coming together, and I look at so many of the people around me that are really working so hard just to put enough food on the table. I'm looking at so many single mothers and people who are saying, I am barely surviving. I'm giving all of my energy just to make it, just to live, to put food on the table, to make it, to have a normal life for my children. And then I look at other people that I knew in India, a group of very inspirational women who are empowered, and they've got all their shit together, and financially it just works out. Each of them have a passion. They're powerful women, sometimes socially hard to be with, because you're like, oh, you're so strong. You give off so much strength that it intimidates others. And these are women that all have a passion. If it's I will run a school or run a program for raw food. I will do yoga retreats. I will run an Italian restaurant. I will have an art gallery with art that I believe in. They're not in survival. They're not in a rat race. They're not in survival. And I feel equally inspired by both ends of the spectrum. And then I realize that they're both inspirational, that they both have a strength, and they both have a commonality, is in which I say, how do I bring my life to be as meaningful as possible? And some of us, our realities are meaningful means just be a good enough mom and get through this, put food on the table, and cry at night, and hopefully my child won't wake up and hear me. And some of us, meaningful life means, I've been blessed with a safer reality, with an easier reality, and I can really look at how can I inspire others and strengthen others. Being here in the graveyard, in the cemetery, makes me think, what about these people? How many of them spent most of their life energy just trying to get by? And did they do what they were supposed to do in their lives? Did they feel that they answered their calling, that they had a purpose for being here? Did they help people? Did they raise children? Did they make some part of human reality better because they were around? Maybe not all of them knew it, how much they contributed to others, but I'm sure that they each had a place, a purpose, some reason they were on this earth. And I hope for us, and I hope for you, and I hope for me, that we can all also go through our struggle, our life struggle. If it's dealing with emotional issues, if it's childhood issues, if it's trauma, if it's the struggle for money, if it's a struggle for health, for happiness, whatever it is, I hope we can go through that struggle with our heads held up high and be warriors and appreciate the blessings around us. Find the resources, find the angels. The angels will find us. Do what I can to receive the good and the light that's out there, and be grateful for all that comes. And know that there is a reason, and try to find some peace and quiet with whatever my reality is. We'll never get what I can't handle. And may we all be blessed with the portion that allows us to be our greatest selves. Even on the tombstones, one of them sounds like was struggling to get by and be a mom and doing the most basic, and the other was making dreams come true. So they also met on some astral plane that was common, each in their own journey.